Okay, yeah.
Hola, garçon. Welcome to. Oh wait, that's always boys. I guess I do say boys. Welcome to the 25th episode. We were gonna record this in real life, and then we didn't. So, um, yeah. Welcome. I have Sam with me again because I only have one friend, and it's him.
Hello.
And I also have another special guest. Let me grab it quickly. I have two hot pockets. No wait, not hot pockets. What are they called again? Pop tarts. I have two pop tarts.
How do you get Pop Tarts and Hot Pockets mixed up?
They're like the two American things, bro. They're like don't act like I don't act like that's like a stretch of the imagination. How did you get the two things you put in the fucking what is it called again?
Toaster?
The toaster. How do you get those two American toaster things mixed up?
Do
Like
you put Hot Pockets in the toaster? I thought you put them in the
yeah?
microwave.
Why would you put them in a
I
microwave?
don't know, I've never had either, anyways. No, I'm thinking of pizza rolls, that's what I'm thinking of. That's what you put in the microwave.
I got the brown sugar flavor because they were called, it's literally brown sugar like frosted brown sugar flavor. It's so weird.
Healthy.
Mmm.
It's like what is it, like fry. You know how like they have like breadcrumbs, like chicken? It's like that, but it's just brown sugar.
Mm. Well, we have quite a couple random things to talk about today, but I wonder where should we start? Where should we start? Do you think?
I don't know. Yeah, you
All
haven't
right.
told me. You haven't told me any of the topics.
I mean, we talked for like 6 hours yesterday. We can just.
Good point. Good point. Um, I mean, what counts? I guess.
I think we should talk about the Japan trip.
Okay, let's talk about that then.
We're planning a Japan trip, like an actual real life. We're gonna go to Japan trip. Now, to be fair, it was started yesterday, and it's very small planning, but it does come from a genuine place of like thought, like actually thinking about it. We didn't just go, we want to go to Japan. The Japan trip. Like we actually have ideas about how we're gonna do, how we're gonna get there, what we're gonna do when we're there, all that shit.
Hmm.
You know, it's not like a pot dream or whatever you call it.
Yeah. I mean, like our main, because like sort of how we're doing it now is that our main goal, or main, maybe not issue, but like funding is basically like the number one priority at the moment. You know, now that like obviously we've got to plan it, but it doesn't matter if we plan this, big extravaganza like trip, and then it's like, oh, we are broke and we can't actually afford like even plane tickets or anything.
So
Um,
we've been, or I've been, but I guess Sam has been with me a little bit. We've been looking for a job, just general job, $19.50. Oh, I guess that's not, money, minimum wage, job. The person in the store who you go to when you ask when you want to find the 15-inch whatever. No. So I went to Westfield today, which is like a mall, the biggest mall in New Zealand probably. Would you say?
I think Sylvia Park might be bigger, but I think they're very similar size.
Okay, well it's big. Okay, it's the biggest, one of the biggest things you can find in New Zealand.
You fucking
Anyway, they're
yankee.
both in Auckland, so it doesn't really matter.
Same thing.
So I went there today. I was looking around. I've got an interview set up. I'm going to be going speaking to them, the EB Games, which is like the GameStop brand. It's like actually GameStop. Like it actually is GameStop, but it's the New Zealand variant.
Is it? I did not know
Yep.
that. Do or does
They're from.
do they do does GameStop do the thing where they like, because you know how EB Games, when they have a sale on, they put like sale banners literally fucking everywhere, and the whole like store is just like texture.
Madden! The new Madden came out! Did you guys hear? The
No,
new
but
Madden
like
came out!
literally, you know what I mean? Like the windows are just like they're boarded up with like sales like banners and stuff, and you cannot like
Yeah, no.
everything is just
The,
like
the,
been laid over by a blanket that says sale.
It was so funny. The thing, like the normal like advertisements were like this big on the window, and then the little thing like we're recruiting people for the Christmas time. It was like tiny. I was like, it makes sense, right? Like they're not going to be making a big thing, but it's funny how much space is taken up by the 25% off all Minecraft things or whatever.
Yeah, like Minecraft mugs or like
Like
lamps.
so stupid.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm working there, and I find it funny that you asked me like why EB Games. I feel like you think getting a job is easier than it is.
No, I mean like I don't know. I just feel like there's like a not a stigma, but it just feels like chances are, if you get a job there, I'd probably apply if they are, you know, hiring for Christmas holidays. But it just sort of feels weird. Like I don't like in-store video game, like I guess retail, like in like video game retail stores. I feel like not necessarily outdated, but it just feels weird. It just feels really off when you go in there, and it's like I don't own a console, and even if I did, I'd probably just buy it digitally, and the only stuff in there are like I don't know, Minecraft mugs and like Ninjoids from like My Hero Academia or something. And it's just like,
No, 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 not Ninjoids, pop figures.
oh yeah, sorry,
Pop
no, no,
figures.
yeah. So there's Funko Pop. They do have some Ninjoids at the one in Westfield, but
Ninjoids are actually good and cool.
yeah,
Kind of. I mean, the same idea as Funko Pops, but at least they're a little bit more original.
yeah. So like, it just feels like it's just like console games and then Funko Pops. Like that's just, I don't know. It just feels weird. Like I don't know. I just feel like a loser. There's no other way to say it. I'd feel like it just feels like nerdy and like geeky and stuff, I guess. I don't know how to explain
Hold on,
it.
let me just say, I don't agree with anything he's saying. I think EB Games is a very reputable and great business for the world.
No, I'm
I
no,
think
yeah,
that
I'm
without
not
them,
saying
like we'd
that
fall apart.
I'm not saying that it's bad, but it just sort of like chances are, once again, if you get a job there, I'll probably try to work there as well. But it just sort of feels nerdy and a bit strange to me, like almost a bit like I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like I'd be working there like ironically, rather rather than like oh look, you know, like I'm a gamer. I'm like it just feels
I'm a
like it
gamer.
just yeah. I don't know how to, it yeah yeah. That's my thoughts.
So yeah, we're making money for the Japan trip, and we're thinking about like where should we go? Or actually, I think before that we considered. So we're both fairly anxious people, right? I'd say. And one thing I've always been scared about going to Japan is the language barrier. It's a fucking terrifying thing thinking about like I can't even ask someone where the toilet is. I think that's like scary.
No,
So
yeah.
we decided that we're gonna not necessarily learn Japanese, but we're at least gonna over the next year before we go, try and make strides to learn the basics of asking shit.
Yeah, like a not even like we probably can't even dream of getting like even conversational fluency or anything, but just like at least like some level where we can ask for basic things that like a tourist would want to know. So like yeah, like where's the bathroom or you know what time does a train arrive or something because we can't read the signs. Um, but
Hmm.
yeah, it
How
is
much
the
does a
language
sticker
barrier.
cost?
Yeah, like the I feel like the language barrier does actually terrify because I mean I've only been when I've been overseas, it's always been to a country that speaks English. Like it's either like the States, which has English, or it's somewhere like South Africa, but they learn Afrikaans and English anyways. So I've never been to a country where it's just like English is just pretty much non-existent, I guess.
It's like 97% of the population is Japanese, isn't
Yeah,
it? So
I'm
it's like an insane difference.
mm,
So
yeah,
that's
compared to New
why
Zealand, which is a fucking melting pot of everywhere and everything.
New Zealand is somehow white people are not necessarily uncommon, but they're not predominant. Somehow we always get into government though. Wonder how that happens.
Yes, I
Hmm.
wonder. I'm curious.
But let's not get political. Let's not get political
Yeah,
on this.
yeah, let's just leave it.
So yeah, we're thinking about going to Japan. I think the places that we want to go, I've been thinking about it. Really depends on how much money we have. Because I was watching Connor Dog Sea Dog VA funny crane game video with PewDiePie today, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
I
that's good.
wonder, I wonder, I wonder. We're gonna have money, right? We have money.
Yeah, but I don't know if we'll have like just a spare $500 or whatever, and then go into debt. Like, well, no, both of them actually just use their own money in that video.
So if we go there, we could do a crane game video. I mean I don't want to copy him, but I think it'd be funny to do. Like because obviously I'm always watching the videos. I'm like I would be so good at this. I would be great at this. I would wipe the floor with Connor, and that I'm sure that's what everyone thinks. But I actually want
Yeah.
to test it. I want to know if I would be because obviously not everyone can test that. Not everyone can go to Japan, have the spare money to spend on something as shit as vending like not vending shit as fucking
Crane
crane
game.
games. It's like in 1 year, I think it would be kind of funny to do that. So that's one idea. So obviously we're gonna go to Tokyo. I kind of, on one hand, Where's that beautiful part of? I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's in Tokyo, where it's like the most popular tourist spot, and it's like this amazing shrine. Like, on one hand,
That is like super vague. I'm gonna be honest. That is
no,
very vague.
it's like the no, it's like the most popular. I'm sure some people, but you don't need to know exact. But there's this like really popular shrine that like all the tourists go to, and it's always packed, and it's really difficult to get photos there, even though it's a super photogenic place. On one hand, there's a reason why it's popular, right? It's fucking beautiful. And
Hmm.
on the other hand, I don't want to be another tourist going to that place. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
that's another one to figure out. And I explained this to Sam, and some of you listening might think, "Wow, that sounds so much like him, like Kitkat." I want to go to a forest and like walk in and get lost, and not a suicide forest. Just need to make that clear. Just a regular forest in the countryside. And I want to go in and get lost and hopefully not get mauled by a bear. I think that would be funny.
But why?
I have no idea. I just think it would be. I think being in the forest, going insane, would be a funny moment. Epic gamer moment.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily agree. I think, it would be, like a half funny bit, but like there is still somewhat of a danger, doing
Hmm.
that. So,
At the very least, I'm willing to make a compromise, and I'm at the very least want to go to the countryside and see the rice fields or something. You know?
yeah, I mean, we could probably, I think we could do like a sleeper train or something.
Oh, I don't want to do a sleeper train.
I don't know, I'm just thinking like if we take a train from one prefecture to another, we'd probably see the countryside, but it'd have to probably be quite a long train ride.
Hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, we can always take the bullet train, the
But
funny bullet train
that's what
that
I'm
goes.
saying.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, even if we
So,
just go to the country, I mean, there was that one video that Sea Dog and everyone in Japan did where there were the like a shit ton of vending machines. Like that looks pretty like in the country, but like there's probably still not a lot in the country to do, anyways. So if we get there, what the fuck are we gonna do? We're
well,
gonna look at it and it's like cool.
pachinko, pachinko.
$10,000 pachinko. That's what we'll do.
Losing all my money in pachinko.
No
Parentheses, can't get
way.
home anymore.
Well, funny story actually. When my brother went to Japan earlier this year, not only did he run out of money, but he lost his passport.
He didn't even lose. He didn't. Okay.
No,
He didn't
he lost his
actually.
passport, but it was
He
actually in his
lost it,
bag in like a pocket he never uses. But he did run out
and
of
somehow it.
money, and then my dad had to give him some
He,
money.
he ran out of money.
He ran out
Okay,
of money.
money. So yeah. Um. The reason why we're considering this is a little while ago. I mean, as we were saying, we have a job, but me and Sam have never actually had a job. Like Sam still has more money than he can spend, but in a different
Do
way
I?
to having a lot of money.
I mean, I guess so, yeah. I mean, I'm just buying
You
figures.
got a new PC, and then you were talking to me about how you want to buy like how you don't want to quite ask for a new iPhone yet or something.
No, no,
Wait,
no, no,
what was it?
no. So, no, so my phone, no, I don't want to get a new phone. My phone I've had it since 2019. It's worked 100% fine throughout the entire time. Like, I've had no problem with it. It's my brother who also, A, wants to get a new PC and then a new phone, but he wants to get like an iPhone 15 XS Plus Ultra, whatever the fuck it's called, which is like $2,000. And it's like, where are you getting this money? Like, this is just like, it's just
Exactly.
not, it's just not going to magically appear out of nowhere. Like, you've got to be at least some sort of like smart about it. Like, you can't just spend that much money in one go, or even like a week apart, is what he's saying.
So that's his brother. So you can only imagine how much money he has as the younger son.
Dude, I literally haven't asked for any. This is the first gift I've received in like 6 years because I haven't asked for anything because I already had everything. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, I had a VR, I had a PC. That's literally the only things I ever wanted. And if there is something that I do want, I'd rather get a job to work for it, which is what I'm doing now that I
How
actually
much?
have
How much?
time.
Hold on, hold on. How much money did you spend on figures again? How much money did you? What do you have a document, a Google Doc with all the figures that you want to buy? What?
So
Sorry.
currently, I have I have one. So the ones that I actually have, I have one, two, three, four. I have four figures. One of them is about. I don't remember how much they were exactly because this was like that one was like a couple years ago. So I think that was about like 60. And then I have two Nindroids, which are about 100 including shipping, like each. So we'll just say like 260. And then I got a Megumin one, which is about 200, so about 460, and then I have another like 200 that's coming, which is prepaid, so like 620, and then I have another like 400 in pre-orders that I'm gonna get the money for eventually. Like I've pre-ordered them. I haven't paid for them yet because it's only once they release, like next year, in like fucking October. So I've got about $1,000 worth of figures, technically in my collection, we'll say.
I could buy all my peripherals for my computer for less than $1,000.
Yeah, and
I could get new headphones, a mechanical keyboard, a new monitor, and a new mouse for under $1,000.
it doesn't matter. Like I'm happy with all my shit. Like only thing I would replace here is the mouse because that one just because I'm switching from Logitech. All mine just keep having double click issues. I cannot be asked. Get it like just yeah, it's a whole issue. But listen, I'm not spending my money on anything else. All right, I'm gonna spend it on a hobby that I enjoy, which is figure collecting.
Okay, I won't push you any further. I don't want to drag this bit on too long.
You're making fun of me for having a hobby. Oh my god, that's so cringe.
His parents are also paying for his college. Okay, moving on to the next.
It's free next year. It's free. It's free. First year is free. Shut the fuck up. I'll probably. Chances are, I'll feel so guilty. I'll just pay it like in my first paycheck or whatever. And when I get a real job, anyways, I'll pay them. You know, however fucking money they've spent on me. I mean, they don't even need the money actually. What am I talking about? They should give me more money. That's what you should be doing. There we go. No. I don't want anything else from them. They've done enough.
Yeah. So he has more money he can spend, but I've never had over. I don't know. The most money I think I've ever had has always been like $500, and that is like an extreme as well.
That's the most I've ever had as well. It's just that all the stuff that I've pre-ordered is I don't have the money for it yet. Like I think I have like $100 in my account or something, but like I've got like a $90 figure coming like next year February. So once I'll probably have at least $90 for that anyways by then.
You're trying to justify yourself, but I'm sorry, it's not working. It's just not working.
You know what I mean? Like I don't have like just $1,000 going. Oh, I'm just gonna buy all these. Like I don't have the money yet, but I'm gonna eventually get the money when I have a job.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I'm getting a job now, and I don't like it's a bit iffy because I have to move soon, or maybe I won't be moving. I don't know. It's all a big up in the air thing. My parents are very indecisive, and I live with my parents. But so I feel like I'm gonna be living with my parents for the next like 5 years, considering how the New Zealand housing price crisis is going.
What do we do?
I don't know. So we'd say yeah or something.
Yeah,
I'll
it
do this.
should. Yeah, it should. It's always been
Yeah.
shit because the thing they did in like 2016 or whatever.
Yeah, so that's the most fun part, and then we're gonna elect national. I love national. Renters. I love being a renter. I'm just fucking. I don't know. Labor and national both fucking suck, so I can't be faulting anyone for voting national. Back on track. So we don't have heaps of money, so we've been thinking about things we're gonna spend. I'm gonna buy a new PC. I want to spend money on manga, anime, plan a Japan trip. We're talking a lot of big stuff, but at the same time, I might end the year with the same PC I have now and less money, or like in debt or something.
Wait,
So,
how? Why?
I don't know. You never just because you never know how things are gonna go. I don't know.
Sure. I mean,
You
that's
could
what
end the year dead, bro.
Dude, that's what I was literally telling you yesterday, and you were like, nah.
Nah. So I think we've got Tokyo countryside. I want to go to a hot spring place, but also I don't like hot springs, so that might be an issue.
Yeah, they are a bit weird, to be honest.
My hair explodes. Just overall, I want to go to a ryokan. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. And a love hotel, but we're two dudes.
I mean, we could, like, I mean, we don't even need a wig, one of us. So we could just go, mask.
I can just put on a mask.
Yeah,
oh wait,
mask,
maybe
hat,
I don't know.
glasses, we'll sort it out.
I'm sure someone will let us in.
Yeah, we'll find one place that isn't homophobic.
I wanted to go in and take a look around, see how cheap it is as well. I think I saw it was like $20
Yeah, they
an
are
hour
quite cheap.
or something. Like they're really cheap, but it's still kind of expensive for
Yeah.
people like us, like babies. $20. You know how many Snickers bars I could buy with that? Mm,
No,
Uh,
like 10.
yeah, actually.
That's a gold mine, actually.
God damn. So, uh, oh, I hit my microphone. So yeah, that was our plan for the Japan trip. Still, obviously, still planning. Any suggestions? Uh, Imagine in a year's time, you don't know how successful and rich I'm gonna be from YouTube, so we can always factor that in by the end of the year.
Well, let's
You won't
hope so.
believe.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope by the end of this year I have 80 subscribers.
How many do you have?
80
You have
whole
like
people.
how many do you have now?
I have
66?
66. I have
Yeah.
66.
I mean, that's probably doable. You got like 3
But
months.
I've got a good video in the works. I got a good video in the works. I haven't said this yet. I haven't. No, it's not like a big thing, but I'm making the final and third installment to the Yuri videos.
The
So
trilogy.
there's the trilogy. We've got the shit video, which was the first one. That was I read 31 Yuri manga. Some people enjoy the video. I don't anymore. I think it's a bad video. I didn't script it at all, and I should have. So that was a bad video. I've got the second one that came out. I read six Murray manga. Or it's not 6 more Yuri manga I enjoy. I think that was a good video. I like that one. There are a few couple tiny small mistakes that I wish I'd fixed. And now this final one, I'm going to actually try. So I've been holding back this whole time.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I haven't been holding back. I've been actually trying.
I mean,
My
your
videos
chances.
are just shit.
Well, no, chances are like you're gonna get better and better anyways. The third one will
Well,
be
yeah, I
obviously
know.
better than the first.
I don't need you to tell it. Suck my dick. I'm a weed. I gotta water. Grab water. Can I grab it? There we go. I got water. Spin back around. So, hold on, I'm drinking. This is some cool movement. That was cool. That's like
That
acting.
was sick. That was that was epic.
That
Hey,
was
let
pretty.
me do it too. Look. There we go.
Bro's got a
Sorry.
massive fucking water bottle. Holy.
No, I don't do drama, right? I haven't done it for 6 years.
I think I was doing the calculations yesterday, and I think I either have level 2 or I'm 1 point away from having level 2. And for some reason, when I said that to my mom, she was like, "What?" She was so confused, or impressed. Oh, she was like, "Something," you know.
I mean,
Now
I
that's
feel
good
like
commentary.
at this point, I mean, to be fair, I don't know what I guess the average is for NCA. Like, I don't know if most people get achieved or if most people get merit. I mean, but
I have.
I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
like,
I'd
I
say
feel
that
like
would be merit.
for you and me, like, last year, like when I did NCA, I didn't get a single achieved. I only got merits and mostly excellences. So I don't know if like, I feel like I mean, from my understanding, most people should already have level 2 if they've been getting merits or excellences
I
anyways.
mean,
But
I've
for
only achieved everything I've done, and I've only got level 2 because I did extra credits for drama.
yeah, but
I got
that's what I'm
5
saying. So
extra credits, which is quite a lot.
I don't know if yeah, but by that then most people would just be getting achieved and maybe they'll sometimes get like 1 or 2 merits in the entire year or something.
You don't get extra points for getting a merit.
Do you not?
No, you just have to achieve it, and then you get all the credits for the.
So what's like because it's like A5, A6. No, it's A3,
So
A4.
that's what level of achieved or merit you got. So if you
So
got,
even if I get like
I,
E8 for like the
yeah,
entire
you get the
year,
same credits as someone who achieved.
oh my god. It's just so stupid system.
It's it's
It's
the
it's li-
national New Zealand scoring system.
it's literally just like, hey, it's not even like it's just like, hey, get to university for free, fucking thing. It doesn't matter how hard you try, as long as you get achieved, you literally get the
There are so
same.
many people at my school who are failing because they don't come to school.
Yeah, I mean that's just because they don't care, and they're
Exactly.
just gonna be a tradie or something.
The average New Zealander does not care. There are more
I
people who
can't.
don't come to school. There are so many people who don't come to school in New Zealand, or just don't.
Yeah, I mean it's just people who wag. I mean that's their decision.
Exactly.
I mean I want to go to university. That's why I'm doing the stuff I'm doing.
School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I want to be a tradie, then yeah, I'd probably wag every single class. I mean, I probably wouldn't, but because I'd get in trouble. But you know,
Oh my god.
I don't want to get fucking
No.
kicked out or anything.
Yeah, to be fair, we don't. I like having a house to live in. and the internet.
Yeah.
So that, in conclusion, Japan trip, cool. And then, okay, now we got to find a new topic. What else did we talk about yesterday? Oh yeah, actually, one last thing to about the Japan trip. Um, so last year, COVID, my parents were like, we want to go to France. Don't know why they did that. I recommended they go to a mental health facility, but they said that they're fine. So I mean, I'm a little scared, but overall it's fine because COVID hit, which means that they couldn't go to, or it was like last year or the year before, so they couldn't go to France anymore. And obviously, a lot of people, this happened to a lot of people. So Air New Zealand, who they were using, were like, okay, a deal. We don't have to pay you back. You won't sue us, or anything, and we'll give you like max amount of air points. We'll give you like heaps and heaps of air points, an obscene amount, and then they expire eventually. So we have a lot of air points right now, and we have nothing to spend them on. We had a couple ideas. We were going to go to America, but we don't have enough money to do that, and it's just sort of like we don't have enough time to do that. So when I told my mom about us going to Japan, or it's an idea, she was like, "Why don't I just buy your tickets for you guys, for the so we could have our tickets for free?"
That would be very poggers. And I
So
mean,
that's the
I'm just trying to think as well, because my family, because obviously, like I said before, my brother went to Japan earlier this year, and my family, we haven't gone overseas since COVID for as a family trip, so I think we might go to Japan anyways, like next year at near the start. So I might be going like twice in a year or something, which would be cool.
you
But
can give me a tour of everything you
yeah,
did.
it probably would help for our solo trip, or I guess duo trip.
Hmm. So yeah, that's the fun thing. Yeah. My other, I mean, it's either that or I suggested this. We could go to New York for a single day. Could be like there for 4 hours and come home. I thought that would be fucking funny. That's what I wanted to do. But that, like personally, because it would listen to me. It would make a fucking killer Instagram post or Instagram story if you're like, parents just said that I have to go out for an errand. Oh my god. And then like the next one's in Times Square and it's like, where the fuck am I? And the final one's like back home,
I feel like
boys or
there's that
something.
one episode of Dragon Maid where Connor goes to fucking New York. That's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
thought that would be
god.
a funny idea, but obviously my mom was like, "What a waste of money, bro!" And I was like, "Yeah, but it would
That's
be
the point.
funny.
That's the
It
point.
would be that's the point, bro. It's a funny bit. It's a funny bit. That would make a killer Instagram." But like, no, that's not. She was like, "Yeah, but also we could just buy tickets for next year and like not waste our money." So it's like, okay, yeah, fine.
That might be
And
smarter.
so free tickets. Yes.
Yeah, I mean
Woo-hoo!
that'd be good. Save us a lot of money.
That's how I'm
Oh,
gonna do it.
maybe then we
Yeah.
can do the $500 Chinko Ball or Crane Games.
Thanks, Mum, for buying our tickets for us. In return, we're gonna waste that much money on crane games. Let's go. That's so fucked up.
No, she doesn't have to know. She doesn't have to know. It's fine.
When I come up with like 20 some plush, like, oh, how much did those cost you? $500. Why
What
did you
the
do
fuck?
that? What is wrong with you, boy? This chunk.
Oh my god.
So, we'll figure out. We watched a video, or I watched a video, and it was like a Cito funny VA video where he was like, if you come to Japan, you can mail your figures back. And I don't know, like, I want other people's opinion on this. I mean, no one's gonna comment because no one. But like, I was like, wow, I've never thought about it that way, and that actually sounds like really cool. Have you ever thought about that before that video? I never thought about that
I
before.
haven't thought about that, but since before that video, but I sort of feel like if you get like a, I mean, I guess what's the difference between I'm thinking if I had just have it shipped, there is still the chance that like is NZ Post or something is just gonna fuck it up somehow, some way, and it might not arrive. It'll either arrive at my address like beaten and bruised, or maybe perfectly fine, or it'll just get lost somewhere in transit. And so I personally feel a little bit more comfortable just bringing it in like a suitcase.
I want to mail mine home because I think that's cool and that's an
Yeah, but also
interesting thing.
if you get like a suspicious figure, we'll say, and then you mail it home or something, and then someone I mean, no, it turns
Sussy
out no
wussy
one's going
figure.
to open it and say, oh, what did
I
Zan
actually
get or
don't like.
whatever.
I don't like NSFW statues. I
No, no,
just
no,
don't
no, no.
straight up don't like
I'm
them.
not saying like
Well, not
NSFW.
even
No,
NSFW, but just risque. Just risque.
I
I
know, but
don't
like
like those ones.
let's say you get one like I don't know. I can't think of it. Let's get with like you
Let's
get
say I
something.
get Nezuko in that form where she's got the funny little tattoos across her arm and her titties are out,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
like something like that. Like you and me don't really
Because that's
consider it
actually that I
super
might actually
risky.
buy one of those because I like that design, not
Yeah,
because I
like
like
yeah, I mean
looking at her
like that
titties.
where we don't really think it's super risky, but other people would question it. That's sort of more so what I mean. But yeah, I mean no one's gonna open the packages, but
Yeah, no one's gonna. Oh, a package for KitKat. Whoa, time to open it up. Check what's inside.
ooh, yeah, and then they
To be fair, I could spend like 5 hours making a gourmet meal, go away for 5 seconds, come back, and someone's eating it like, I didn't know it was yours. I thought it was for the family, your name. There was no sticky note. I'm like,
yeah, that's kind of why I just don't cook because it's like someone's gonna fucking eat it. That's some,
the difference between my family and yours is my family goes, what? I didn't know it was yours, and your family goes, L.
yeah, they're just like,
Snooze,
oh,
lose.
tough
L,
luck.
bro.
Yeah,
Tough luck, bro. Tough luck.
tough luck.
Tough luck, bro. Oh, should have. Shouldn't have done it, bro. Shouldn't have made it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it be. So we're gonna go to Japon. Japon is in French. Japan is Japon. Very, very inventive. Them in Japan. Oh, not Japan. Fucking France. I don't even.
I mean, what else
Japon.
are you supposed to call it anyways besides its like actual fucking name?
Yeah. But why they call it Japon? It's Japon. They
Because it
changed to
sounds more
one letter.
because it sounds more French.
These motherfuckers.
I don't know. There's probably some like accent thing that they
Japan.
decided.
Oh yeah, they probably can't say pan. I've never heard pan in French before. French
I
before.
mean, that's how you say it,
Pan.
isn't? But pain is bread.
Pan. Oh no, yeah, no pan. No, it's like pan. Or like
You're
pan.
either
It's
way.
like pan. So
Paine
so it would
is
be it would
bread.
be like it would be like Japon. So I guess it is Japon anyway. But why? I should, let's
Yeah,
not worry
this is
about that.
right. Yeah, this doesn't matter.
It's
We're
not
not French.
that's stupid. Yeah. We got to make a budget for how much we're gonna spend on figures, and I also want the budget to be. On one hand, we could be respectful, be responsible adults, and put like a $500 limit on it, and only buy like essential
Five
figures. Essential figures.
hundred? What?
Yeah, exactly. Or we could be fucking idiots and spend like $6,000 on.
Sure.
And the funny part is, we'll be like, oh, we bought 6 figures, 6 of those cool ass ones with.
Yeah, they're
I,
like $1,000 each because they're like
yeah,
it's like a resin statues or something, like a 1/6 scale or something.
yeah. I wanna buy some cool ones, and I think over the next year I'll make a list. The one I already have in my mind is this like Ningguang Genshin Impact statue.
Yeah, I know that one.
Like not necessarily the Ningguang one, although it is cool and I wouldn't mind getting it. If they make like I don't know Hu Tao one for instance, so just off the top of my head, if they make a Hu Tao one, like that's in the that's in my. Oh, I like the clean one. Have you seen the clean one?
I have seen that one. Yeah.
I like the clean one. The clean one goes hard.
Yeah, like for
Clean.
me, I'm like I got the Mona Figma. Like I've ordered it and it should be coming either like next week or the week after. Like Mona isn't necessarily like my favorite character. Like I do like her design, but I think the figure is actually really good. That's like the main reason why I did get it is because it's actually really
I
good.
think I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's good. Like Mona's design. That all?
Well, you can listen. It comes. You can change the faces. It's got like the book, and the book actually has text in it. You can pose it whatever you want. You know, I could have a
Yeah.
fucking, I could have it being the thinker or something. I don't know.
Yeah. What's your opinion on unposable versus unposable?
Um, I'm not sure. I mean, I've got the two Nindroids, which are the only two posable ones I have at the moment, but they're still in the box. I don't have anywhere to put them. So I'm sort of under the impression at the moment that like, I think posable, like the actual molds are like slightly worse compared to non-posable, but at the same time, with posable, you can have it in whatever pose you want, because that's the whole point of it. But I'm also scared that I might pose it and I can never get like the perfect pose, or I might pose it and never change it again. You know, but
I mean, my that's supposed to be like that for like 3 years at this point.
yeah, I mean, the only
So
time that I'd ever change the pose is when I'm like put it in a box and then I'm like a moving house or something. I don't know.
yeah. So I think my opinion on it is I like a mixture. of it. So if I had like a million figures, then half of them would be posable, half of them would be unposable. Probably a
Mm,
difference. I
yeah,
think that it is very noticeable. Like the posable, like the things on it are very noticeable in the posable ones,
yeah, like
and that
they
is a
look
little
like
annoying.
action figures rather than
Yeah,
like
they look like toys
figures.
rather than yeah. But
Mm.
at the same time, I like doing funny poses. I like making them dab. That's always fun. Uh, Pretty much anything hit the gritty, all that stuff. Although I think that on average, unposable figures look nicer than posable ones.
Yeah, I mean,
Just like even with the posing.
yeah, I mean, you're talking about like having like half posable, half unposable. I'd probably do like 70% is unposable and 30% is posable. Like, I don't think I'd be getting that many posable ones just because the molds can look a bit sketch because of the or how many joints and to get
Mm,
like the amount of flexibility that a normal human being would have. You have to take some shortcuts and you have to take some like leniencies
mm,
and like the shoulders and stuff.
yeah, we have the advantage of having like stretchy ass skin, and it just like changes and literally molds around the way that we move.
Yeah, and same with
Whereas they're made
clothes.
of plastic. Yeah.
Unless you get like one of those like creepy ass fucking dolls. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I love those. I want to get one.
There's like a what was it? I think there's a bocce one. It just looks so fucking like
Exactly, bro. They look fucking cursed. That's why I
yeah,
love them so
I
much.
don't like them. It's like the good smile ones. Like it's like, oh, that looks good, and then you look at it for like more than half a picosecond, and you realize, hey, that looks fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. So, we one thing I do like about Japan, having heaps of figure stores though, is that there's a figure for pretty much like anything. So,
Yeah, and
like,
especially like if like chances are stuff that's like released now, like this year, that isn't super big, we'll probably have a figure anyways by the time we visit
yeah,
sometime
like
next year.
Bocce just got a figure. She
No, she's
like
had
I
figures for
only
ages.
no, she's had like no, I not ages. Like it's been
She's
a
had
while
she's
since the anime
she's
came
had
out.
some since like April, and it
Like she's
released in
had some,
October.
but there's been some new ones that came out recently that look good.
Oh no, yeah, they
I believe.
finished like the Nijika like Nendroid. Sega,
Yeah.
I think Sega released the Nijika one I think 2 months ago, or like it was yeah, it was they released it. It was pre-ordered ages ago, but yeah, I mean like it takes sort of like that's sort of like usual for it to take like 6 months, and they'd go,
Hmm.
hey, like here's the concept art, and then 6 months later they go, okay, pre-orders are now available and it'll be released in like 6 months or something,
Yeah.
like
So
another
by the
six
time we
months.
get to Japan, hopefully bocce figures will be more common, and we'll have some to
Oh,
buy.
yeah, totally. Because it would probably take about a year for that stuff to get really into circulation.
Because I only have a couple anime that I actually enjoy to the point where I'd buy a figure for it, and bocce is one of them. Even though like it's fairly new, right? It counts as a new anime, does
I
it?
mean, it
I
was
didn't really
last
keeping up.
October, last November.
Yeah, it's new, and it's new, and it's all in my mind. It's already cemented myself itself as one of the best anime of all time. I guess.
It
I
is
don't know
like
if I call it.
I think it's like number 8 at the moment on like no, it's like number
I don't think
25 on
it's.
like MAL.
Okay, number 25 sounds more reasonable. Like number
Yeah,
8, like
not
no
number
way it's
number
number
8.
8 of all time, but
It
number
I know that
25
it
sounds about.
beats Chainsaw Man though.
Okay, well, I mean, I would agree until the next season of Chainsaw Man comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't read Chainsaw Man since year 9, I think. So that would have been like that was like 3 years ago or something. And I stopped, I think, around chapter 60 when I'm not gonna say that's a spoiler actually. But I mean, I didn't really care because I mean, I was sort of getting bored of it, admittedly. So I just sort of dropped it, and then the anime got announced. I thought, oh, I might watch that, and then I just didn't. Anyways, it's just
I know this is gonna sound stupid for me, but I've explained this before. I don't like CG. I don't, but
yeah. I
I
mean,
recognize its essentialness. I recognize that it speeds up the workflow and makes some certain things a lot easier. But at the same time, I feel like Chainsaw Man would have been. It will be much longer lasting had it not used CG.
yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Chainsaw Man CG, but I know that CG can work if you look at like Studio Orange and stuff, because they do a lot of really good CG work.
Mm.
But it still looks off, and you need to have hand-drawn corrections anyways for it to actually feel right and like an actual anime. Because obviously, if the head is pointed like like in like a normal 2D traditional, if I was pointed like as a side view or something, I'm looking straight forward and the
Yeah.
camera's from here, my mouth wouldn't just like
Yeah, it's
it just like
like
attaches to the side, so that'd have to have like either a hand drawn correction, or they'd have to actually like manipulate the model itself to actually show that.
I think I okay. Funk made a really good video a long time ago called like Dragon Ball Fighter
Yeah, yeah,
Z,
that's one of
like
the
the
things
art
I've seen.
style in
Yeah,
that, and that is I think that's a really good video on like how to make 3D look really good. And he said something about like simulating imperfection because
yeah,
obviously drawing isn't going to be one to one, but how are you always gonna how can you be off model when you're always on model? He said something like that.
yeah.
No, how can you have imperfection when you're always on? Because a three, like for instance, right now I'm using a 3D model. There are no imperfections in this. Nothing's ever gonna be inconsistent from like 20 frames ago.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
like,
like the closest
had
thing
it,
would be like clipping or something, but that doesn't really matter
that's not
anyways.
the right thing. That's
Yeah, I know, I know, I
yes.
know, but like it's not gonna like the
So
model isn't just gonna fucking concave in some part.
essentially squash and stretch in 3D. Really difficult, but pays off, and also it's an Overwatch. Watch and stretch. This is Zenyatta.
Ah, yes, I am aware.
So yeah, simulating imperfection. Oh, I saw these really cool figures recently. Like so obviously I really like cel shaded figures, but I saw these ones. They were like polygons almost. How do I? It was like they were just like low poly, and they looked really
You know,
cool in my
yeah, I've
opinion. And
seen a couple of those before. They are quite
they
cool.
they were for it was for an anime I didn't know about, which is why I didn't like consider buying it or put it down somewhere to remember it. But when it comes out for an anime that I actually do like and do enjoy, I think I'll buy one of those ones. I really like the look at those ones. I wonder if I'll be able to. I wonder if I'll be able to find a picture for those.
I mean, there's a lot of cel-shaded Dragon Ball ones, but they're still like $200. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
like not really prepared to pay that much money, I guess. I mean, I think we already have paid that much money for a figure before, but there's still, would I rather get a cute anime girl or a super buff dude? Like, come on, it's obvious.
I might spend a little bit of money not in Japan and buy like a TF2, one of the TF2 mecha figures.
Yeah, that actually reminds me. When
NECA.
I got the like the Megami one, the giant, like the 1/7 scale, my mom was like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's just a figure." She's like, "Oh yeah, is he cool?" I'm like, "Yeah." That's why that's like one of the main reasons why I haven't opened it. Because like what I was just doing, it's just a cute anime girl.
Wait, didn't you? Okay, okay. No, we're not going to talk about the podcast, but it's. Imagine I just said something really funny. Uh, what should we? Okay, we got how much? How long? We've got 3 minutes left, or 2 minutes left of this podcast, and I don't want to do the same thing we did last time and talk for 4 hours because that was a little too long,
Yeah,
and I feel like
yeah.
we need to save some topics for later.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
this is like the Japan video, I guess.
should we call this weebs
We've talked
weebs
about
nut or something? No, weebs talk about Japan. No, the
Japanese
Japan
figures, I
trip,
don't know.
the Japan trip, planning Japan trip, Japlan.
Yeah, Japlan, there we go, we'll call it that, Japlan.
Okay, we're calling it Japlan trip. Japlan trip.
Japlan.
Japlan. Okay,
Yeah.
this episode is called Kickast episode 25. Thing Japlan. Uh, it's so bad.
No.
I have a couple updates just to say funny. No VR stream because I'm lazy. No, not because I'm lazy. Because my computer can't handle it anymore until I have a better computer, which will hopefully happen in like 2 to 3 months. And also I've downgraded back to Premiere 2021 because 2022 got figured out by Adobe Creative Cloud, and they were like, "Wait a second, you don't own these," and then they were like, "Fuck off, or we're gonna delete all your files." And I was like,
Yikers.
"Fair enough, bro." Uh, we spent like a couple hours yesterday editing a classmate's face so that he was just staring at
Oh
the
my,
camera rather than looking
yeah.
down. Can I show that? Do you think is it safe to show that?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna go
Okay,
on
not
their
showing.
behalf and say no.
Yeah, fair enough. So we're not going to show that, but just know that we're insane people who have no lives. I made the your opinion animation. It's not really. Is it called? I mean, it technically is an animation, but it's not like
Yeah, I guess
oh,
so.
we animated it hand by hand.
Yeah, I mean, you rendered
It's just
it.
like a. Yeah, it's a render. It's like a generation. Let me send it. How long do we have? I need to get all these things out in the last couple seconds. Oh, 30 seconds left. Oh,
Go,
gotta be
go, go,
quick.
go, go,
Gotta be
go.
quick. Gotta be quick. I gotta send it to you so that you can see it. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? your opinion. Transparent video number one.gif. There it is. I'll put it onto Oh fuck! Just send, bro, send.
I can see. Wait, there's just no way.
No way. Okay, all right. Now we're at 25 minutes. Thanks everyone for watching. Listening. I know Oya's gonna be here. Or maybe not. Oya, do you
We'll
hate
see.
Sam? Wait, which one of us is better, Sam or me? Which one of us is more
That's
smart?
gonna
Do you
be
think?
biased, obviously. Come on. Come on. It's
If you
obviously
don't
gonna
say
be
me, I will
biased.
block you from the channel. Thank you for watching. See you later, Gamer Squad.